All across the country, people have already rolled out these meters, and people are really enjoying them and understanding that it can help them save money on their electric bills.
They're really enjoying them, and all across the country, they've rolled them out. That is true. Massachusetts is one of the last states in the country to get these smart meters. There's a reason for that. They stink. Because Massachusetts, we're actually smart on this. We don't want Big Brother to be able to control our electric usage. And as I'm going to talk to you about in just a second, we're going to break out the chalkboard. I'm going to show you how this is actually a hidden rate increase. By the way, also yesterday, if you choose not to go the smart meter route, you will be charged $34 a month, which is $408 a year. And, plus, it's actually more than that because there's a $42 one-time charge on top of that. Because even though you're not going with the smart meter, they're still going to give you some type of new meter, which is like, I'm like, why? My current meter works fine. It probably has your electric meter probably has a lifetime of like 50 years. Those things are almost flawless, right? It's 130-year technology. And the reason why it works so well is because it's 130-year technology. They've kind of perfected it. And if you don't go with the smart meter, they are now going to charge you more for your electricity for that. It's kind of like when you go on the Mass Pike and you don't do the smart, what is the transponder? You don't do the transponder thing. You actually pay more. Same idea. In fact, smart meters and congestion pricing, they have a lot in common. Watch this. Here's a fact sheet done by the Clean Energy Wire, which purports to be journalism for the energy transition. What are dynamic electricity tariffs? They're called tariffs? Oh, isn't that perfect? Maura Healey wants dynamic electricity tariffs. Oh, that kind of ties her right with Trump, doesn't it? And why are they central to the energy transition? Why are dynamic electric rate energy tariffs central to the energy transition? Let me answer the question for you right now. They're central to the energy transition because when we move to renewables or clean energy, there's not going to be enough energy. Dynamic tariffs are effectively a form of rationing. Let's go to YouTube where we learn everything. Hold on, it's loading. Now it's loading an ad. Hold on a quick second. We'll just wait for the ad. Skip ad. Here we go. All right, here we go. I had this all queued up, and apparently we'll pick it up somewhere in the middle so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But here we go.
This results in a surplus of renewable electricity in the grid. This oversupply is not only a challenge, but also an opportunity. Not everyone has the option to install their own PV system.
Not everyone has the option to install their own battery charging system thing when the renewables, because the wind blew, it provided too much electricity. Not everybody has that. So
this is where dynamic electricity tariffs come into play, allowing everyone to benefit from renewable and affordable energy.
It's going to be so enjoyable, just like Secretary Tepper said.
Unlike fixed-rate tariffs, which offer a constant price per kilowatt hour, dynamic tariffs adjust to hourly price fluctuations on the electricity market based on supply and demand.
It goes up and down naturally. No, I love it how they actually drew that diagram there. They had some natural lows and some natural highs based upon demand. All right. Yeah. I don't think so. Let's go to the chalkboard. Let's go to the chalkboard and actually show you exactly how this is going to work. So got my magic pen here. This is basically the same chart that we had in that video from YouTube there. Fixed rate is the blue line where you're charged the same amount all day long and all month long for electricity. Dynamic or if you want to call it automatic tariffs, the price goes up and down basically on the hourly basis during the course of the day. So as demand goes up, the price goes up. See how that's very much like congestion pricing, which Democrats also love. It's very much like congestion pricing, which is the disaster that it is below 60th Street in Manhattan right now. As the price goes up, the demand goes up. The problem is, and the difference is, in industries like hotels and airplanes, when you're looking to book a hotel in Manhattan, if the price suddenly goes way up, you have a choice to stay someplace else or not to go there at all. Like, for instance, if the hotel that I like to go to in Manhattan is all of a sudden very expensive, I have a secondary place that I like to stay at in Jersey City, which is almost always less expensive. I usually don't choose that first. I like to stay in Manhattan, but if Manhattan is too expensive, I will stay in Jersey City. There's a beautiful Hyatt over there. It's fantastic. It's right near the boat, all the things. But it's not as fun as staying right in Manhattan. What is? Having said that, I have the choice in that moment of booking the hotel room. But you buying the electricity on the hour-by-hour basis, you don't have a choice. And so what will happen with dynamic pricing is that eventually the price will be up here, and that will become the new normal. Jack, why would that become the new normal? Because under this scenario, there'll be no incentive for the electric system to find a better source of, or cheaper source of electricity, because they'll be able to instantly, without any resistance through the smart meters, just charge you more. And that will be Maura Healey's hidden rate hike. You know, in the current system, when electricity gets too expensive, the ESO New England or whatever it's called, they have to go out and find other electricity, and it's on them to deal with the problem in real time, as if there's fake time. They have to go solve the problem, at least on the short term. In the future, with smart meters, they won't have to do that. They'll just pass the cost on to you. And as our green energy religion starts to push us more and more towards windmills and solar and all the things that are highly variable, especially based upon weather, we're going to have more and more situations where the supply does not meet demand. And therefore, the fixed rate will be lower than the dynamic rate. You won't see, there won't be much when we finally get to this energy transition thing. There won't be, let me just get my much of this. The red line will not be below the fixed rate anymore. The red line will almost always be above the fixed rate, because this green energy transition, this religion, will not provide enough electricity to meet the demand, and that will be Maura Healey's hidden rate hike delivered to you by the smart meters. This really isn't that hard to figure out. And no, I'm not like, that's a conspiracy. No, it's just actually the technology and the economics. When the system has no incentive to go find cheaper electricity, then they can just automatically pass the increase onto you, and they have no penalty for doing that, and they can do it automatically on an hourly basis. Guess what? That's what they're going to do, and your electricity rates will come up. It'll just become the new normal, and that's going to drive your rates higher than anything.